I'm Taya.
And I am Leah.
And today we decided it was the perfect opportunity to talk about how Scratch and Grain became to be. About 4 years ago, like literally 4 years and a week ago, this idea was born.
Yes.
At least by us.
Yes, about the story is I have two lovely, wonderful, energetic, great children who wanted to do homemade baking with me. And I thought that was a great idea. So I went to the grocery store, I bought all these ingredients, and I came home and I made a lot of cookies. I made, I bought a whole bag of brown sugar, a whole bag of cane sugar. I just don't bake. So I bought all this stuff. It cost me like $40. And then my kids were fighting the entire time. And it cost a lot of money, and it was hard. So I thought that this is the worst. Who is it?
Copac.
Oh, we should answer that.
Okay. The Scratch and Grain Baking Company.
I'm very important. Yes, you may pick up that delivery right now. Thank you, Lori. I'll play with my hair while I'm talking to you, Lori. It looks very nice.
Can they come in at 1?
They can come in at 1.
Yes, you can come in at 1.
Thanks, Lori.
That's fine. Thank you. Bye.
What are they picking up?
It's Copac. Something from Katie.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Okay. All right. So I baked cookies with my kids. Huge mess. Big expense. Crappy cookies. And I thought it'd be great if there was a way to have my children bake and be successful and have fun. And anyway, so I wanted this product to exist. And I had this overachiever of a neighbor. Bam!
Me?
And I said, hey, so I sent her a text message. I didn't even ask her. I sent her the text message, the weird stuff. Okay, so I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, want to start a business 50-50? And that's how this whole thing started.
We were like the, hey, waves, you're getting in and out of your car. We were very different people. I had my baby number 1, and I thought, if I'm going to work like this, I want more of a payoff. I want to build something for my family. And so I decided at that time that it was best that I quit a very successful position that I had in the finance world. And I opted to create something for my families, for myself. So at this almost exact time, I just popped out my first baby. We went for a walk with our kids. And we had, for the first time ever, like really talked. And she's like, hey, what have you been up to? So I told her exactly what I just said. And then it was no more than like a week or so later, she knew that I was clearly like looking to create my own thing. And so that is what prompted her text message to me. But we didn't really know each other. That was the first time we ever went for a walk or did anything together. So when she sent me this weird text of like, hey, I got a business idea. You want to go in 50-50? And not mentioning what kind of idea this was. What, like anything.
Of course it was a great idea. It's from me.
When I went in and I talked to her, I was like, there's no way this idea doesn't exist. There's just no way. It's too common. That's so simple. I'm sure that there's hundreds of these things. So at first I thought she was nuts. I'm like, well, if this thing doesn't exist, then sure. But I'm pretty sure it does. And I don't know. I spent a couple hours Googling it, and then a couple days and a couple weeks, and I realized that she was right. This was absolutely not in it. Part of what I did before, I was a research analyst. So I'm really good at researching stuff. And I thought, like, oh, she just doesn't know how to Google, right? That's literally what I thought. But it's not true. This product wasn't on the market. So from there, we made these little tiny test kits to where we tested on all of our friends and family. And my favorite part of this whole story was that we only made 50, and we swore everybody to secrecy.
And not talk about it.
Because we literally thought that someone would take our idea and run with it when they saw it. We were very ignorant to how hard it was to actually create this product and how many moving parts and individually packaged. All the ingredients is super expensive, and there's a lot of different machinery needed. We didn't know any of this. So we were like literally swore everybody's secrecy. We were very careful as to who we gave the samples to. Long story short, they went great. Not one person said that they didn't like it. So we did that. Then we decided to take as little risk as possible. And we
moved into a commercial kitchen because with food, you can't make it at your house and sell it. We paid $550
for a shared space. There was, I think, 3 or 4 other companies in there, by the way.
And so we would go in. We'd have our 2 racks of stuff.
Literally, I don't know if you can see how big that is not. The whole wall back there, it's not very big. That's what we had.
And we would pull out folding tables, and we would put things in bags and hand seal them, and then
hand labeled.
So then we went from there, and then we got into our first store.
We did. So on St. Patrick's Day, almost 4 years ago, but like 3.5 years ago, St. Patrick's Day, that was the day that all of our dreams came true. We had assembled our first cookie kit. We had our first chocolate chip cookie kit. After we maneuvered the waters of trying to figure out where to buy boxes from. And I had to figure out how to do everything. I created our logo.
Can I show them? Wait, I have to show them.
Yes.
So, but when you make this box, do you see the cute little oven? Do you see how cute that oven is? And she had to make all of that.
Yeah. So we've done everything on at our company. We have created every single recipe ourselves. Still to this day, we've created the look, the graphics. We've never subcontracted or hired out anything. Even these nutrition facts, we've done it ourselves. We read the FDA's manual. We figured out how to do it.
You don't want me reading any manual
Or cooking.
Or baking. So
No,
she did all that.
After like a few months from, I don't know, November 1st-ish to St. Patrick's Day, we figured out how to find a box vendor who would sell us like 200 boxes. Not very much. We figured out where to buy bags at. I don't know. We figured out all of this stuff on our own. So then she takes our beautiful...
Oh, yes. So I go to the grocery store, and I walk in, and typical me, I'm loud. So I'm like, hey, do you guys buy local stuff? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, sweet. Who do I talk to? So they have me bring in my product. I run out to my car. It's all crazy. And they love the product, and they put it on the shelf.
When we started this company, we did not see that coming. We thought we were going to be an online-based company. So when we did everything, we did it like with online in mind. So we bought online shipping boxes, which we invested in, and we had a website that people could buy them online. But we did not at one point even think about the wholesale industry and us selling directly to grocery stores. We'd assumed that we would have had to build up an audience online first, in which we pitched to Oprah. She did not put us on her favorite things, although I think she should have. But we hand wrote letters.
Right, we thought we'll just send this, and people think we're fantastic, and they will just buy all of our stuff. That
is grassroots here. This is what we did. We wrote letters to every magazine out there along with our products. This is how we thought we were going to do it. It's actually funny and kind of cute to think back that's how
our
it was.
First press release.
The first thing that we did, yes, we wrote a press release, and that was the hardest thing. One of the hardest things I'd ever done. I'm like, how do you write a press release? We figured out it didn't work at all. Not one person picked it up, especially not Oprah. But we tried really hard. We did. We really tried hard.
So I go to the grocery store. He loves it. He asks how many they go in a case box. So
we didn't even know how to answer this.
And he's like, how many go in a case box? And I was like, I don't know. How many do you think
literally was like,
go in a case box? Idea. And so luckily, as we were charming enough to still get on the shelf despite not knowing what we were doing. And from there, we went and hit every store in Portland. And then our little 2 racks in the middle of nowhere did not work anymore. So we moved into...
about a 265 square foot closet in another shared commercial kitchen, and we continued to grow. We bought our first machine. At that point, too, we decided to maybe write a letter to Shark Tank. So that is when we applied to Shark Tank, and how we got on the shelf of all of those grocery stores was literally by knocking on the door, baking cookies, giving them our cookie kits, smiling and begging them to put our local brand new product on the shelf. So we pounded the pavement, knocked on doors. That's how we got into the first, I think, 1,000 stores that we got into. We physically went into every one of these stores.
We learned there's many ways to get into a store. You can call the regional office, you can go to the local store. You try every single one.
Until something works.
Somebody will say
keep trying it. And my favorite was our Whole Foods over here. We knew we needed to be at Whole Foods. That was a big goal that we had initially. And so we went to corporate, of course. We drove, 4 or 5 hours to go up to the region's corporate office. And they were like, yeah, I got to submit it at a certain time. And so then we decided to go into a local Whole Foods. And they were like, sure, but nothing happened. So then we were like, you know what? We're going to go to every single Whole Foods that we can drive to. And hopefully one of them will like our product enough to go through the paperwork to get it on the shelf. And that's all it took. It took one buyer who was willing to do the paperwork for us and to get us on the shelf. Okay, so that is how we initially got all of our stores, was pounding the pavement, going out all by ourselves, baking cookies.
Okay, so we're in this closet. We don't fit in the closet anymore. Mm-mm. So then we moved to our own big girl space. And at that point,
our own 1,350 square foot warehouse, all to ourselves. We did not share all. Besides that, we took up that space within, I think, 2 months. We got another big account. We got Sur La Table was our first massive account that we got.
And when you're in a space, it's interesting. You move in, you put all your stuff out. And then you get crowded, and then you start going vertical. You put racking on the sides.
Up, you go
You
up,
put racking.
up, out, up, out.
There's a progression in the building. So at the end, we couldn't physically go any higher or put anything else. We finally moved to where we are today. Oh, while we were in that space.
While we were in that space, yes, we aired on Shark Tank. So when we were in our closet, we filmed for Shark Tank, and we aired on Shark Tank, which catapulted our business. It really did. I mean, there's nothing like Shark Tank. We're so thankful that we were on there, and it's been an amazing ride. We outgrew that place within months. I think, it was no more than a year, and we had already been moved out of something that we had a 3-year lease on. So then we moved into where we're at right now, which is a 4,000 square foot warehouse, and
we're packed.
We've been
It's
here for
funny.
16 months, and it is way too small now. But it is like floor to ceiling racking. There's no.
And we have 4 new machines, and it's.
Yeah, right now. Okay, so that's another thing. At the last space that we were at, we had 1 machine. We literally still did have 1, maybe 2. That was
2.
when we bought a couple used ones off of Craigslist, but we hadn't bought
They're
like
great. They saved our butt.
any of the other ones. So then when we moved in this one, that's when we started buying machinery like crazy because we had more physical space for it. So how many machines do we have right now?
I think we have 10.
We have 10 machines. So in 4 years, we're talking 4 years from conception of this idea. It's when it was born 4 years ago to now. We've been in 4 spaces. We've knocked on thousands of doors to get on their shelf. We have
10 machines.
10 machines. I already
15
forgot.
employees and
15
a partridge
employees.
and a pear tree.
Yes. So it's been quite the journey, and we hope it keeps going on. But that's kind of where that's been our little story from neighbors who didn't really know each other to
So different.
budding business. Now we're doing great. So okay, that's enough about us. We'll stop boring you with those
quick.
details.
What are we doing? Ooh,
Yep, this
buy
is
me.
it. Target. It's an exclusive product at Target. It's our organic pumpkin bar. You can only find it there. It just launched like a couple weeks ago.
No fun.
So then the next thing that we're doing or have is Sam's Club. Yes, okay. Sam's Club in the southern area, they ask us to create a product for them. So we have a party pack over here, party pack of our organic chocolate chip cookie kit. It's 2.5 times the size of our standard kit over here. There it is. Yep, thank you. So it's great. It's organic. They are also adding another one of our products to the lineup too, which is our holiday sugar box or our holiday sugar cookie kit. So those two can both be found at Sam's Club in the South right now. If this goes well, if you're in the South, please, please, please go buy them there. If it goes well, we will get more products on the floor year round, and we can potentially expand national. So please help support us at both of these 2 big stores. We would really appreciate it. And big favor, I know one more thing. Big favor, if you want to see our products at your local grocery store, wherever it is you typically go to.
You want to see them.
You do.
You do.
Please go in and ask them to carry our product. The more times that people ask for our product, even if it's the same person, even if you go to a different employee every single day for like 2 weeks.
It's a great idea.
They're going to take 14 people in the last 2 weeks just ask for this product. That's what I would do. Pick a different employee, change your name, whatever.
They won't remember you.
They won't.
You're fine.
The more people ask for our products to be carried at their local grocery stores, the higher chance we'll get there quicker. We're working on every single grocery store chain that there is out there, but these big guys can be really hard. So, yes, we appreciate you guys listening to us ramble on and on. If there's ever anything you guys want us to talk about, you just gotta let us know. If not, we'll keep coming up with these great topics that we choose ourselves.
Yes.
I hope you guys have a great week, rest of your week, and we will see you soon.
Okay. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.